Woo! Let's go! Oh! They didn't touch gloves! Let's do it! Come on, man. It's only round one.
Come on, Dylan, throw his punch. They're counting.
Start pretty good. Come on, Dylan, swing.
How many rounds left? If this was after 3, I can see it, but look at him. He's laughing. He's like, let it out, Logan. Let it out. There you go.
Dylan,
He's doing it again.
Dylan!
Look how Logan's tired because he went like this. He went crazy. He's wearing him out. I have faith that he's going to do something. There's 3 rounds, damn it. There you go, man. Oh! There you go, Dylan. Oh! See, I told you! Oh! 4th round, baby.
Come on. This is your round.
See? I told you he's wearing him out. Come on.
Yeah, but he should have kept going. He He's surprised Logan with 2 punches.
Yeah, but he don't want to get too tired. So, see? Come on, man. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. There you go. Yes.
Okay, nice swing. He's getting too comfortable with defense now.
He's like more. Come
What
on.
the fuck are you doing, dude?
Swing!
There you go. What the fuck is that? Oh my god.
Oh, when he does the last round,
You better go nuts. I'm telling you, last round.
You ready to go now?
Yeah.
Oh, what the?
This isn't jiu-jitsu, dude. What the fuck? He must... Dylan.
Did his security guard get in the fucking ring? Why is he here? It's a boxing fight. Why is he gonna be in there?
Dylan, stop! What the fuck is this doing?
Oh! It's gonna say, oh! Yeah, everybody!
He lost it. Did you know that, right?
Yeah.
Shit. Thank you. It is an embarrassment. He got all the punches. He got all the...
That is ridiculous.
This is yeah, the whole time, just doing this, the whole time. He lost.
Leaves on a major platform. You wonder, maybe he has to...
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know how to start this video off. That's how frustrated I am. That's how frustrated I am about this pay-per-view event. The MisFit boxing pay-per-view that was in the UK with 2 fights, one higher than the other, clearly. Oh man, there was just some things that I thought that were great, and clearly some things that just frustrated the hell out of me verse. There's just so much wrong here. Okay, let me start off with the pay-per-view event itself and now work my way up to the main card that we were all looking forward to. So, this was the latest MisFit pay-per-view event, right? Incredibly hyped. Very hyped. Over 1.3 million pay-per-view that were bought around the world. People really tuned in to see this fight for obvious reasons. Dylan Dallasman promoted the shit out of this pay-per-view event, okay? Credit goes to him, but sadly he doesn't get any profit from it. Only Logan and I believe KSI too, which is ass. It just goes to show that a different party that comes in that you invite can actually bring in an audience in any particular way. Right? So the fact that Dylan doesn't get any profit, I think is kind of unfair since he really sold this pay-per-view event, right? But enough of that, the pay-per-view itself. In this card, right, verse, there is a total of 11 fights. That's a lot for a pay-per-view event card. I think KSI, even though Misfits is very successful in what it is that it does and how it promotes itself, and you know, the amount of, you know, YouTube influencers that are on here, or just celebrities in the fighting game, or just celebrities in general, I think it's amazing. I think Misfits does a very great job of like bringing in star power in here to get audiences and people to watch or just tune in, which is great. But sadly here, in my personal opinion, this event was 6 hours, way too long for a pay-per-view boxing event. The most amount of fights that I've ever seen in any particular pay-per-view event have been anywhere from like 3 to 5. Some build-ups to the main card. There's even a new fight coming up that has Ryan Garcia, I believe, and so far I believe there's at least 3 fights that have been announced on that card already. Just 3. Even with Canelo, the Canelo fight versus Charlo, that one only had like maybe like 3, maybe 4 fights. At this card, there should have been no more than 7 fights. I will say that. There were 7 fights here that I was like, okay, cool. There was at least 4 fights that I did not give a rat's ass about. It took way too long than it needed to just to get to the point. KSI brought in so many YouTube influencers on here that when they started fighting, I just couldn't care less. When we had a Tempo Arts versus Gal or something like that, I have no idea who the hell that is. Swarms versus Taylor in 30 seconds.
Throwing much. Oh, big shots come forward. Oh, and he's down!
Sax versus DTG, I did not care. My mate Nate, right? This guy, I don't even know who the hell these people are. I was so bored. I wasn't the only one. When I had my cousin and my mom watching the pay-per-view event with me, and literally they were on their phones. They were just on their phones waiting for this fight to pass. Some of these fights were completely unnecessary, and it dragged out the pay-per-view event way too long. Now, some people can even be like, well, you gotta understand, just because you don't know him doesn't mean the fight wasn't important. Somebody can easily tell me that. For one, true, but it wasn't just the fighters. I'm gonna get to something else too in a minute. The second thing that I'm gonna say right now, and I made this more than clear on my Twitter, which by the way, if you haven't followed me, go to Twitter, or X, go to the AngelMan_. That's where my Twitter profile is at, so you guys can keep up with me and know what it is I gotta say here and there. You know, it's Twitter, right? So, like, what do you expect? I do not like the concept of tag team boxing. I think it is incredibly stupid. I don't get it. I really do not understand the concept of tag team in boxing. I've never seen that before. I've only seen the tag team concept once before. Once, right? I don't know how many matches they've done. Maybe this is the second one, maybe the third one. I'm not entirely sure. But when I saw the pay-per-view event being taken place with Alex Wasabi and Luis Pineda and then this white kid and then this other guy that I have no idea who they are, I was so lost. Even though I paid attention to the whole thing, I didn't understand, when do they tag in? Do they just tag in and out randomly? When they tag in, does the other party have to tag out? I don't get it. I really do not understand this concept of the tag team boxing. I think it's completely unnecessary. And most importantly, in my opinion, it defeats the purpose of you doing a boxing fight. If Canelo was going up against Floyd Mayweather for the second time, I'm pretty sure he's going to want to let people know that from start to finish, he whooped his ass. If he literally started it off and tag team with somebody else, and then that other person managed to mop the floor with Floyd Mayweather, and then Canelo tried to brag about it, Floyd Mayweather could be like, there's nothing for you to brag because your partner finished the job, not you, your partner did. So why are you bragging about it? You started it, but your friend, your partner finished it. I just think it's incredibly dumb. I don't know why KSI is so defensive on that concept. They tried it. In my personal opinion, I don't think it works. It doesn't really work for this particular sport. This isn't WWE. You know, that's entertainment. When they do tag teams, shit gets crazy all the time. You know, like 2 people be coming in all the time. I would like to see one team have both boxers in it, just pound one guy in the exact same time, and see if they don't just get disqualified immediately. This isn't WWE where it's scripted, right? This is boxing. The moment you screw up, you're immediately disqualified, or you're gonna have a point deducted from you. So for that to literally happen, it just blows my mind. And then to see who won, there was no decisive winner. It was a tie. Again, I didn't understand. The moment I saw that, I was like, of course it's a tie. Because why wouldn't it be? I was like, I don't understand. How do you determine who wins? Do you go by the punches of both of them? 2 people in one party but separately? Or do you just build them up together? Or is it just debated on the round that they were fighting each other? The YouTube boxing commentator, one time when he literally was out here trying to talk about the concept, because he made it more than clear he didn't get it either, KSI went off on him and his manager. And then there was this whole big thing. Man, wait, keep doing you, my guy. Seriously, I do not understand the tag team boxing concept at all. And then literally the white boy, boy, right? That's partnered with Pineda. He went on talking about that now he wants to do one-on-one boxing matches, and I literally tweeted his ass too. He did a whole video calling out Alex Wasabi's teammate, and then I literally just commented, let's see if we get another tie. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. I don't understand some of the things that they're doing here. But moving on from the tag team, right? King Kenny versus Anthony Taylor. In my opinion, I feel like King Kenny won the fight. To Anthony Taylor, man, I can't take this dude seriously. He's just all showboating and trying to make a fool of himself and trying to act like, hey, look at me, I'm entertaining with all these costumes and props. And I'm just like, it's whatever. The fight was interesting, but it's weird. I didn't like King Kenny at first. I thought that all his wins were controversial against FaZe, against FaZe Sensei, and then here he goes against Anthony Taylor, and the one time I want King Kenny to win, he don't win. So I'm like, okay, that happened. Dennis the Great versus Shark. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't care about this fight at all, and it turned out to be really good. If anything, it turned out to be one of the hardcore fights of this whole entire pay-per-view card. Shark, I thought there was a moment where he was gonna be out in the second or third round. This guy literally stayed and he gave in some hits. And then obviously the biggest fight that everybody was talking about, Slim versus Soul Pappy. I honestly wanted Soul Pappy to win because I just liked his progress as a fighter. He started off a certain way and he upgraded to a certain way, right? He put in a lot of work to what he does. He lost one fight against Anthony Taylor. In my opinion, I feel like Soul Pappy won the last fight. I don't know how he lost to Anthony Taylor. That, to me, I was like, I didn't agree with that. And then here to Slim, I'm gonna be honest, I completely underestimated Slim. Slim has a strong, long reach, man. Like, damn, the fact that he managed to KO Soul Pappy made me go, damn. I was like, what? That was crazy. Okay, goes to show, man. Slim's gonna do good in the boxing ring, man. I can't wait to see more of what Slim can do now. I completely underestimated him. Now I take it back. Now, two main events because, you know, KSI has to be the last one, so we'll talk about his fight last. Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question, and this is to Mr. Dylan Dennis. I have a question for you, sir. I have a very fair question. I want you to know before I even ask you the question, okay? I was a huge fan of you, man. I loved the trash talking that you did. I admired you, man. I love the fact that despite a lot of negativity and the fact that you were getting sued, which I found completely ridiculous, that you stayed in the game. I'm gonna give it to you, man. You showed up. You proved a lot of people wrong. It's easy for people to criticize and talk all their shit, but it is not as easy to get in the ring with someone as big as Logan. And even though the fight may not have been what I had imagined it, you went in, and props where props is due, okay? Now, my question to you, sir, not for Logan, for Mr. Dennis here. What happened? What the fuck happened? I don't understand. The build-up was so great. The hype, man. Oh my gosh, the hype was amazing. I stayed up to date on Twitter. I was on Instagram posting videos left and right. I was telling all my friends, all my family members, man, Dylan's gonna mop the floor with Logan, especially because in the build-up and the wait-in and the workout and everything that they were doing to promote the fight and build up to this fight, most importantly. Dylan, you know what I liked about him was the fact that he talked shit on Twitter, and then he even did it to Logan's face hella times. He was willing to back up what he needed to do, building up to the fight, and I love that. Logan the whole entire time, what I didn't like about Logan here was the fact that he was trying to talk a lot of shit to Dylan, and it just didn't work because it came out so cringy.
You're calling yourself a real fighter.
I want to come back with a great knockout.
Real fighter? Explain this, real fighter.
Okay, so why won't you fight me in MMA then?
So you can find out how many days it's been since Dylan last fought. Will he show up? The king of ducks, the king of talking.
Oh, you're so bad at shit
Stumble
talking.
mum-
The king with Dylan Donuts. The is he, 5 years
I got
old?
more.
Got more? You got more?
Dildo.
What does that even mean, Dylan Donuts? What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Watch my reaction videos of the face-offs, right? Like, I said everything I needed to say there. What I didn't like about Logan also in this particular fight card was that he kept bringing in so many props to try to get back at Dylan. And then he kept bringing in celebrities to speak on his behalf. He brought in Chris Hansen. And Dylan immediately, hey bro, pay your taxes. But the moment he did that, I was laughing my ass off. Like, what? And yeah, it's true. He has like a shitload of tax debt that he needs to pay back from like many banks, American Express, something that's going on in New York, this and that. Like, he owes a lot of money, right? Dylan proved it. And then he brought in I don't know who this guy is, but he brought in an old jiu-jitsu fighter, right? This expert.
This man gonna fuck you up tomorrow you try to pull some shit.
There he is, one of the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time. That is, in fact, Gordon Ryan.
And Dylan blasted him about something about like, hey, watch when you get back to Jersey.
Really, I'm here just to retrieve Dylan because I need someone to clean my cars, and he's the one who usually does it. And so I came all the way here just to retrieve him, to bring him back home to Texas.
What do you make of that?
That's a steroid supplier. That's what it is. 2 juice heads. 2 fucking juice heads. I don't know how to fucking real fight. Gordon's a little bitch. That's what he's selling out. He's from Jersey, and you're gonna support the other side. You're a fucking dead man when you get back to Jersey, you pussy ass bitch.
Logan had all these people talk for him, and Logan had all this security. Logan had all these yes men around him telling him that he was this, he was that. Logan had the bigger advantage here, and it was nothing compared to Dylan because he had none of that. So that's why a lot of my confidence went to Dylan, because I loved how he backed his game. And then even though he was getting sued, he still stayed in the card. I admire that about a guy that can literally hang in there like that and still show up. And Logan has came out obviously public, and anybody can tell me this. Oh, it's not Logan that's suing him, it's his fiance. So I've had people ask me, what do I think about Logan's fiance? And I'm going to keep it professional here. Anything that has had to have been said about Nina has been said. But I'm going to give you my impression of Nina. I don't like her. And this was before Dylan. Like, the moment I saw that engagement video that Logan did, she had this look, like, to me, I was like, I don't know. Like, there's a vibe. I was like, there's something about you I don't trust. Not that I don't like, I just don't trust. So there was something to me where I was like, Logan, why would you want to marry a girl like that after only a year? Something's not right there. I don't know why. Like, I feel like she's using him. And then when Dylan came along and he started being incredibly active on his Twitter feed, he confirmed my suspicions. Wow, I did not know it was like, you know, everybody has like a background, like a folder, man. Freaking Nina had a binder. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. Logan, you look, man, I get it, you have feelings for this girl, but I'm gonna be real with you, man, she ain't the one. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't feel like she's the one for you, my guy, but he's so set on her, I don't know why. But hey, at the end of the day, people have said it, that's his ass, you know, like, only time will tell, and I feel like it's not gonna end good. I think the best part of this whole pay-per-view was Dylan's entrance, man. When he came in, man, he had like the best entrance out of everybody. I got so hyped. Everybody in the UK was all dancing to his intro. Man, I was so pumped for this fight.
With everyone in combat sports. But guys, you mentioned WrestleMania. Back at WrestleMania 13, there was a double turn.
Fan favorite. Well, he clearly understands that not only do you need to promote a fight, but you have to make people care. But you also have to severely tick off your opponent. Dylan Dennis, say what you...
With the wall of security in the middle of the ring.
That's right.
This is pretty incredible. A lot of people said Dylan wouldn't be here tonight. He has made them all shut up. In fact, he has made them all dance. This is England for the American Dylan.
And then the moment the fight happened, I was like, okay, here we go. And then you saw my reaction. I was like, okay, he's done defending. He's gonna throw some swings. Logan's in the corner. Hit him. Jab his ass. Uppercut him. Do something. I was just like, do something. So many times where I was just like, he had Logan on the ropes the majority of the time, and he did nothing. Why? What happened? I know that he said that he feels like boxing isn't a full fight. In my opinion, it is, right? And I totally respect his opinion, because when you come from a different background, if it's karate, kung fu, Muay Thai, whatever, I understand that boxing or any other sport to you can be just basically like a different perspective of a point of view from what you're used to. I respect that. But boxing is a very competitive sport. It's a very manly sport. It's been around for such a long time. I have nothing but respect for anybody that goes in the ring. Honestly, man, it was just fuck. This fight was just so disappointing. And then Logan a few times was just like, huh? Like, I don't blame him on that one. Like that, like the few times he was so confused, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I can't explain this. I can't believe that Dylan thought that a lot of his showboating and talking was gonna be enough for this fight. That's all he did. He just kept talking throughout this whole fight. Do something, my guy. I was like, even if it was in the last round, do something. And I'm gonna be real. I told myself that there was a possibility Dylan might not win this fight because he's not a boxer. This is his first time ever getting in a boxing ring, and that's fine. But at least if he had gotten a few good hits at Logan, you know what I mean? I would have been more than happy with that. Like, hey, he didn't win the fight, but hey, he went in there, he gave us a show. He went in there, he gave us a show, but not not in the way that I expected. I've never seen anything like that in a boxing ring before. I've never seen someone try to get him in a chokehold in a boxing ring with boxing gloves on, so I don't know how the hell that was gonna work. Anyway, I'm like, hey, it was entertaining, but that's not really what I wanted. I mean, if they have fought properly and then that happened, bonus. Oh man. And then Logan, like, he hella ran away from him. Like, he got, as soon as his security guard came in, he went right behind him. That security guard is so fucking annoying. Towards the end of the fight, Logan did a cringy speech, and then he talked about the devil, and then didn't mention about God. And instead, all he talked about was your, what did he say? Your support system. Yeah. He was like, don't let the devil come in, but trust your support system. And I'm like, so you can mention the devil, but you can't mention God? I'm just like, okay, Logan, all right. Oh, your support system. The speech was so cheesy. It didn't make any sense. Now, if he had got pummeled, if he had like a bunch of bruises and stuff, and he actually like had like a hard fight, the speech would make more sense. But here, it just did not matter. I'm sorry, I didn't give a rat's ass. And then the funniest part is when Logan was like, I want to give a shout out to everybody and to my beautiful fiance, she's around here somewhere.
I want to give a thanks to the most important woman in my life, next to my mother, of course. My beautiful fiance, Nina. Wherever she is, baby, I love you so much from my heart and soul. I can't wait to start a family with you, live the rest of my life with you.
The moment he mentioned the fiance, I like dead ass, she was in the ring. And then as soon as Logan just defended her ass, she left. And then people were like, where did she go? Where the hell did she go? And then when Logan gave his speech inside the locker room, he's all the way in the front and Nina's like all the way in the back. And when Logan's coach was like, come here, she refused to go. She stayed in the very back. Logan, I don't know how, good luck, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I hope you know what you're doing. I don't know what you see in her, but she ain't the one for you, my guy. Damn, there's something not right there. I'm just gonna be real with you. There's just something not right about her. Especially since he admitted that her visa is about to expire. So the moment she's with him, officially, she's gonna become a citizen. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yeah, it's just a shit show. The fight between Tommy Fury and KSI. The moment Dylan Dennis' fight finished, I was so disappointed. You can see it in my face that I didn't give a rat's ass about the fight towards the end. I just didn't care. Like, Tommy was walking in and KSI was coming in a car, and then I was just like, man, I don't care. I was like, whatever. Because the biggest fight that I wanted to see was just, man, it was just so disappointing. Tommy won, but there's controversy now. Apparently, Tommy had a 1-point deduction, and he still won by a point technically. I believe it was 38-39. It's really, it was a very close fight, especially knowing the fact that both parties kept clinching each other a lot, right? Like not once did Tommy try to like jab him or like push, like he did push KSI back quite a bit. But I noticed that KSI, whenever he tried to literally like jab his ass, like hardcore uppercut him, he had to get extremely close to Tommy in order for him to do that. But I noticed that KSI never really like tried to like go at him like how he did in his other fights. But Tommy, I could tell he was cautious. This is the first time I've seen KSI actually do all 6 rounds. It was very different. And then towards the end, Tommy won and KSI got hella mad to the point where he literally threw a fit.
After that robbery. It's a robbery, bro. How many jabs did he land? How many jabs did you land? You didn't get hardly any shots off.
Now, I know KSI friends are going to come at me, so let me say this. I understand that when there's controversy like this, or if you're a fan of someone, you think, no, this person was robbed. How the hell did this happen? When you lose, or you feel like you won, it's always best to stay humble. You can give your comment, but don't start throwing a tantrum. KSI, man, whoo, he lost his shit. He was all going all over the place. He was smacking the screen. He was all like, but you don't, I want, what the fuck? And then Jake came out with a funny ass video.
You'll win the rematch. Do you want that rematch?
You know what? You know what? The freaking Jake, man. Somebody said Jake Paul went 8 rounds with a pro boxer, lost via split decision. First and only person to put Tommy Fury on the canvas, true. Took a loss like a man and came back. KSI went 6 rounds with a pro boxer, lost via unanimous decision. Never hurt Tommy. Cried and kicked screens following his loss in front of millions watching worldwide. Yeah. Both main card fights, just, it was a disaster verse. Yeah, this pay-per-view event, out of 10, I gave it a 6. I was hyped for it. I did enjoy some of what I watched, but man, it was just... I think it's a 5. I think it's average at this point. I think I'm gonna give it a 5 actually. It's fine. And then another reason why this dragged on so long, I got so sick and tired that they kept focusing on the commentators a lot after they had just been for the past 2 months gave a lot of what they needed to say. Why did we keep focusing on them? I got tired of seeing this bald ass. I got tired of seeing Mr. Apologies over here. I got so sick and tired of seeing all these people talk about the damn fight card. And then the moment when Logan Paul and Dylan Dallas's fight was supposed to start, I was waiting for it constantly. It took like almost half an hour for the next fight to get started. And they kept focusing on all these UK announcers or celebrities and artists to give their opinions. Oh, we got this artist and we got that artist. And I was like, who gives a fuck? I'm so frustrated because of how long it took, and then they kept going back to the influencers, not the influencers, the announcers talking about their opinions, and I was like, I'm pretty sure we heard you like 4 or 5 times already. Like, can we just get to the freaking fight? So much of this pay-per-view card got dragged on so long. If you took out the 4 fights, if you took out some of the commentating that they kept focusing on immensely, especially on Mr. Apologies kiss ass over there, literally this fight could have been maybe 2 hours shorter. Could have been no more than 3 to 4 hours, like a normal pay-per-view. I mean, that's all I had to say, really. There's nothing more for me to really go into. The pay-per-view event, I would just say to Misfits, if they were to ever watch this video, my criticism to you, Misfits, is don't make the fight card so long. Just because there's a celebrity in the ring doesn't mean that it's going to be entertaining. If it's boring as fuck, it's going to be boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Bring in people that people actually want to see. And if you are bringing in people that nobody knows about, then keep the card short. I mean, it's very simple. Just keep it short. This was like the longest boxing card I've ever seen. I've never seen a boxing card this long before. I mean, the most I've ever seen a boxing card is anywhere from like 4 to 6. You know, I've never seen anything past 10 before. That's crazy. So yeah, just keep it short and straight to the point. If you keep it short and straight to the point, even though we may not know who these people are, at least it's to the point and people will still be entertained. But it just dragged on so long to the point where I was like, whatever. Like, I got bored a few times and I was like, why am I bored in a boxing event? This is crazy. Why am I bored? I shouldn't be bored as I'm watching this. As soon as we got the moment we were looking for, it just... If KSI was to fight Tommy Fury, I say just leave it alone. I don't think KSI wants to fight Tommy anymore. I don't think it's worth it at this point. I would just say, KSI, for the love of God, just fight Jake already, man. Honestly, I'll be real with you. I would love to be in this Misfit card. I would love to fight one of these guys. It would be great, man. Oh, man. I always wanted to be in a boxing ring and just go in there and just do what I gotta do. It'd be some pressure, don't get me wrong, in front of an audience, but it'd be totally legit. I would love the opportunity to, but I doubt they will ever see this video. So with that said, though, if you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification for more content as always. Look forward to the next video verse, and with that said, I like to end on a positive note, but I'm just so disappointed just even talking about the fight, man. Well, verse, just have a good day, okay? Laters.